Even if I'm crazy in love and it's killing me, you won't see it on my face. No way. Unlike morning glory flowers? This is a poem in Japan's oldest waka anthology, which was completed in the 8th century. Even if I die, I will try to keep it in my heart so that my love will not be realized. The Japanese pronunciation is 恋まろび、恋は死ぬとも、一白く、色には入れじ、朝顔の花. It shows how Japanese people have a characteristic feeling about love. Today, I'll dig into how Japanese words related to love are used. Love is translated as I in Japanese. Doing is translated as shiteru in Japanese. Then aishiteru means be in love. But when we first confess to someone we've fallen in love with, we don't say aishiteru. On such occasions of confession, we use the word suki. In general, suki in Japanese is translated as like in English. The word suki in Japanese has a wide range of meanings, from simply liking it to deep romantic feelings. So, what does the word I mean to the Japanese? Visualize the shape of our heart. I is a form of mind like this. Our loved ones are so deeply embedded in our hearts that they become inseparable from us. It fills our hearts with warmth. In the case of the word suki, the image would be like this. The other person has not yet overlapped with the space of our heart, and exists as a separate entity. It is a state of being attracted to the existence of the others. The word I is a word that can only be used after having a deep connection. For Japanese people, who are naturally not good at expressing their true feelings, it's so embarrassing to say the word I. As a case commonly used in Japanese society, the word I is used to refer to agape, God's unconditional love, or to unconditional love for children. The word I also applies to the feeling of being deeply connected to family and friends. Then, how do we express the love of eros? The Japanese word koi basically describes eros love. The word koi does not include agape, divine love, or feeling like unconditional love. Japanese people's feelings of love change as follows. First, it starts with suki. It is the feeling of liking the other person. Then, when that feeling builds up and develops into romantic feelings, it becomes koi. Eventually, koi will be fulfilled, and we will marry by mutual agreement. Then, Japanese I is nurtured by becoming a family. The feeling of loving and cherishing one's family unconditionally becomes I as a word. These are the love that Japanese people experience as real emotions. Let's see the difference between I and koi in some expressions. Shitsuren represents lost love. Shitsu means lose. The kanji for koi can also be pronounced as ren. If you get dumped by your lover, you will be heartbroken. That's lost love, and in Japanese it's shitsuren. But we don't use the set of kanji shitsui. What is the difference between this koi and I? Let's review the image of I. I enters the world of one's mind, overlapping and indivisible. I cannot be separated and lost. Therefore, in the case of A, we use the expression disappear. Kiru is the Japanese word for disappear. Ai ga kieta means love disappeared. Kieru is a verb, and when the end becomes ta, it becomes past tense. I takes time to grow, and once I grows in the heart, it takes time to fade away. Koi can be lost, but I can't be lost suddenly. Other expression. The Japanese expression for falling in love is to say that koi ni ochiru. Ochiru means falling in Japanese. Ne is an object particle. But you never say that I ni ochiru. I is something that grows slowly over time, not something that suddenly falls into. Next expression. Koi kogareru is an emotion that burns the heart when you think of the person you are in love with. Kogareru is equivalent to the word scorch. The fire of koi is like the fire of a bonfire. The fire that goes to your loved ones sometimes burns yourself up. But we don't use the expression ai kogareru. The flame of I is not conspicuous on the outside and does not scorch anything. It may be called a charcoal fire or a coal-like fire. That heat quietly and gently warms and heals your loved ones. And the fire of I is not easily extinguished. On the other hand, the fire of koi may be extinguished by pouring water on it. Next expression, hiren means disappointed love or tragic love. The kanji character hi expresses sadness, sorrow, or grief. But we don't use the set of kanji hi. Once you reach the stage of I and I exists, there's no room for the feeling of sadness to enter. Next expression, kyuren, is to be madly in love. The kanji character kyu expresses mad, but we don't use the set of kanji qi. In koi, the desire for the person you love may become too strong and you may lose yourself. But If you have progressed to the stage of I, there is no need to ask for the person you love. That person is already inside you, deeply embedded in your heart, and your love certainly exists warmly and unwaveringly. Therefore, the expression mad does not apply to I. Now let's look at combinations of kanji that use I but not koi. Haku I means loving all people equally, that is, philanthropy or benevolence. The kanji character haku has the meaning of spread far and wide. Ai, like the love of God, is directed to everyone without discrimination. But we don't use the set of kanji haku koi, because koi is an emotion directed towards a particular being. Gi means affectionate, or to say tender loving heart. The kanji character ji itself is affectionate. The feeling of I warms all beings around. On the other hand, we don't use the set of kanji ji koi. The feeling of koi is a fiery feeling that radiates towards a particular being. Ki represents the feeling of respect, admiration, and adore for the other person. It can also express thoughts of worship. The kanji character K itself has the meaning of respect or admiration. On the other hand, we don't use the set of kanji keikoi. Of course, some love begins with respect. However, from the moment it turns into the feeling of love, it is love. Let's wrap up. This time, I explained Japanese expressions related to love, and the difference in meaning they have. At first, it was a widely used expression of suki. Then it develops into a feeling of koi for a specific person. Finally, the presence of the other person merges deeply into the world of our mind and becomes inseparable, and is nurtured as an emotion called I. Let's review the difference between koi and I. Koi can be lost, fallen, sad, burnt, mad. On the other hand, I disappears, is affectionate, respects, can be philanthropy. It was a comparative explanation of suki, koi, and I in Japanese about love. I would be honored if I could help you understand Japanese and Japanese emotions. Please write your questions, opinions, and impressions in the comments section. LJD will continue to delve into expressions related to Japanese emotional expressions. I believe that for true mutual understanding, it is important to have a deep understanding of expressions that convey our hearts. Have fun and enjoy your days. See you.